Listen, a lot of interesting news coming out of Washington. Somebody who has been subject to the Department of Justice. What is your take on Pam Bondi's ouster? Do you think this is good for MAGA going forward? Do you think something will change with respect to some of these indictments? Because, again, a lot of these people that we wanted to see justice brought to, I guess, was folks that affected your life very personally, right?
Absolutely. And I agree with your assessment, David. I think it's very troubling. In fact, it's infuriating to hear about procedural mistakes when cases against Tish James for mortgage fraud were so clearly presented to the public in terms of the evidence laid out. It was very obvious she actually did that. So neither here nor there. If if a government official is caught red-handed violating the law, and then they just skate free because of whatever reason, I think the American public are going to continue to lose trust in the system. We're going to continue to lose heart, and that is not good for anyone. Certainly not good for the people who are harmed by these crimes and frauds of government officials. I certainly am one of those in the sense of the greater injustice of J6, of course. But again, to your central point, I think it's imperative that we return accountability to our government. I think not just the base, the American people generally demand fairness, demand that we uphold the rule of law. That's what the country was built on. And the foundations of the country, David, are crumbling, and it's just not acceptable. So yeah, I think it was time for Pam Bondi to move on in that sense. I'm not castigating her entire efforts. I think she won over 20 cases at the Supreme Court level on behalf of Trump's administration. That's very important, and that was some very good work. But I think there were clearly mistakes and problems. So whether it's her particularly, I mean, she's at the top of that chain, and she's responsible ultimately for the performance of the department. So I do think we need to forge ahead with fresh energy and a renewed commitment to justice.